Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are gonna be beginning the narration and character voicing for the Maria Neal side story in Arknights. Yet again, an oldie, but definitely a goldie, and definitely a goldie considering we are dealing with a family of golden Pegasi. So, yeah, this is gonna be a... Well, this specifically won't be a long story, but in general, this is the kickoff, essentially, to a very long and broad story. Beginning with this, continuing with Pinus Silvestri, and continuing then into Nearl, and soon to be released, as I am not sure when yet, considering I'm recording this before the usual Monday news break of what comes next, Mlinar's side story. Can't remember what that one was actually called, The Wanderer or something? Whatever. But yeah, essentially, I'm picking this one up right now because I want to have this out before Mlinar releases, and it is the story that essentially introduces him into the fold of everything. So, oh, and yeah, obviously we will have the Nearl rerun at some point soon, TM, I think in the next couple of, like, maybe a month to 2 months. Period. So yeah, would be nice to have this part 1 essentially of that grand story out before then, and therefore here we are. But yeah, essentially this story will introduce us to the Nearl family, their current state of affairs, Casimir's as a whole, and a lot of corporate mumbo-jumbo talk and corruption. Be ready for that shit, that is everywhere. But also, more importantly, considering that story will be out first, Mlinar, the tragic, sad, very indifferent, oh boy, very indifferent, sad uncle that everybody loves and adores, and me included. So I'm very hyped for his side story when that comes out. So expect a full-on narration, obviously, in the same style one. That one is out from in the first like 24 hours as per usual with new side stories. But anyway, that is beside the point. What matters now is that we begin this side story. So like I said, let's get introduced to the Knights, their territory, Casimir's, corporations galore, and a lot of Polish sounding words. There's a lot. But yeah. Let's begin, considering this is from the side story section in-game, with this very, with these introductory sentences here right on the screen. So, consumption and entertainment suffuse the modern land of the Knights. For the sake of her family's prestige, a young Maria Neal embarks on the path to the Casimir's Major. However, the young lady has yet to realize the meaning the word Knight now carries. Nor is she aware of the inner workings of the modern Casimir. A long and arduous journey lies ahead of Maria. So, let us go right in, and we will begin here, obviously, on the introductory cutscene titled Debut. A missed cocktail party, and an arbitrarily decided path forward. So let's begin. 4:12 p.m. Clear. Central Casimir's Cavalierki Alliance, the Grand Knight Territory, Cavalierki. At the scene of a certain unsightly car accident. Oh, we still gonna make it to tonight's party? It'll be your fault if we don't, we? My fault? Ha! My damn fault! It's you and that goddamn box of yours, all 30 kilos of it. You think you aren't heavy enough, huh? Those are tools for fixing Marston's stuff. That's your excuse for crashing into a tree? Do not question my sense of direction. I'm saying that your vision ain't as good as it used to be. Did you forget how I won the darts competition at the bar last week? My eyesight's great as ever. You must be blind. I'm not blind, which is why I clearly told you earlier. Watch out for the tree, George. Why don't I remember that? Because the radio was too loud. Well, who put Monster Siren's new disc in? Just shut up and let the lass focus.
Wow, this car is totally wrecked.
It's all V's fault. Maria, don't listen to his bullshit. This is absolutely not my fault.
Alright, just let me work. Sheesh.
You're that? You're disturbing the young lass. Just keep quiet. You!
Circuit's okay, but the engine is unresponsive. This design is something from 2 generations ago. Do you start it like this? Still no response from the engine. What if I use some arts to start it? Like so?
Seeing the young lass use arts like this always reminds me of her grandfather. That's right. Just look at Maria. Why don't you know even a lick of Originium arts? Who says I don't know how to repair Originium devices? I'm talking about... Maria, move aside. I'm going to make this old geezer eat his words.
Please don't argue, you two. Oh, there's a reaction. Like this and that.
Oh, the engine's alive. This blessed sound of a rumbling engine. Little Maria's really getting better day by day. I suppose it's just about time for a certain old foggy to retire too, eh?
It's nothing like that. It's all thanks to Master Kowa's teachings.
Hear that? Huh? Hear that? Did you hear that?
Stop blathering and get in the car.
Lass, where are you headed to? Want us to give you a ride?
Me? I have other business.
Alright then, hold on tight, Kowa. I must have the first pick of the wine tonight. Of course. Wait, does the engine sound weird? Off we go. Why are you driving so fast? I've gone even faster in my youth, you know. Also, I haven't hit the accelerator yet. Huh? Wait, we're at 70 miles per hour now. Slow down. Hey, it's 80 now. We're over the speed limit. We're over it. Can't slow down. Told you I'm not accelerating. Then slam the damn brakes.
Looks like the Originium engines got overloaded. I messed up again.
Messed up again, huh? Oh boy. Time to hate my life. Welcome, one and all! Here in Casimir's, you can enjoy unique dishes and enchanting sceneries, giving you a taste of the distinctive local culture. But who cares about all that? Here and now, the only thing anyone cares about is the Casimir's Major. I am Mob, Great Buff Mob, and I am honored to be commentating on today's match. Within this Roar Arena in Cavalierki Central Division, the Knight's glory will be put on display once more. Today's match is fully sponsored by the Roar Guards Company. As usual, the top 10 competitors in the daily points ranking will each receive one limited edition weapon Rioter provided by the Roar Guards. That fancy toy will be impossible to sell. Ugh. I'll be damned if I can find a buyer. Never mind. It's from my paymaster after all. Competition Knights, hailing from Casimir's, no, from all over Terra. The corporations from the Casimir's General Chamber of Commerce will also be paying close attention to today's independent night competitions. Will you take the lead in the sprint races or hit the bullseye in the shooting competition? No matter what you compete in, you will all have a chance to gain the favor of the directors. Of course, there's also the highly anticipated one-on-one mixed sports, the one with the highest points, the greatest exposure. And a match in this category could get the attention of a nightclub and catapult you to success. Want to join the Casimir's Major? Want to stand atop the glorious Knights? Right now the tickets are in the hands of the participating Knights. Defeat your opponents, earn endless glory and rejoice.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Without further ado, let's begin the first match of the day.
Wait.
This participant, she's not just any old farm girl. That's right, I'm saying that the first match today will be the hottest news of the Casimir sports pages for weeks to come. The reason? This competitor joining us for the first time has a very special name. She may look like a cute girl, but she comes from a very famous family. If you know your competition knights, no, just about any loyal customer of Casimir's would know this name. Can you get to the point? Show us the new girl already. That's right. Hey, let me see the match card for the day.
Yes, sir, Shevchik.
These are all familiar faces. Wait, this last one at the bottom.
Yes, the preliminaries have been going on for half a month, but it's unusual to see independent knights who've just begun accumulating points, so we...
This surname, it's the Radiant Knights? Without further ado, let us welcome the first participant of today's matches! Maria Neal!
He will be the end of me during this narration. I hate it already.
Anyway. We continue on to stage number 1. Oh, and get ready for the titles and descriptions of these, for these stages. Oh boy. Stage 1, Allen Select Technology Co. Always providing you the latest product in tech. Build your life together with Allen Select. Allen Select Technology Corporate, the companion of the era. Multiple drone models at 5% off for a limited time only. Please visit the official website. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Maria, how's it looking?
Hold on, just a little longer. Let me get this last screw.
Tighten it up. Really get in there.
Got it. Wait, hold on. I think I know what's wrong with the battery slot connection down here.
Hurry up. You know how heavy the jukebox is. I can't hold it much longer. Your cheese, we. This isn't going to blow up on us like the last time, now, is it? A jukebox blowing up? That would be quite a sight to behold. How can you be so sure it won't happen? If it's got something to do with Originium, Koa will find a way to mess it up. Who's talking behind my back?
Master Koa, careful, stop shaking it.
My bad. Sorry, Maria. Once I'm done over here, I'm going to teach you a lesson. Good, I'll be waiting. I can always count on you to liven things up here. Just remember, if you end up fighting, anything you break, you'll have to pay for. You've heard him babble on and on like that for years, but when did you ever see him win? He abandoned you, he handed you your behind just the other day. I was drunk last time, plus I had arthritis. That didn't count. Chugging intensifies. When we made that trip to the Borderlands back in the day, he wouldn't dare talk to me like this. What kind of lies are you all about this time? You followed me to that hellhole. Who were you, if not just of affinity? That was years ago. All of your affinities made it big enough to be your king by now.
Maria!
Son of a bitch. What you let go for?
My bad. Let me hide here for a minute.
Zofia, go easy on the door. I've had to replace it I had to replace it more than a few times just this month. This is exactly why I haven't forked out the money for an automatic door. What's going on? Why are you so worked up?
You're there, aren't you? Maria?
Maria? He's coming this way. Doesn't look like the jukebox keeping out of sight.
Why is this jukebox so small? How's she looking?
bad. I haven't seen her this bad since that time she threw that drunken knight prick out. Oh, now she's smiling.
That's even worse. Cowell?
B, time to hit the bottle. You were talking about me behind my back, weren't you? I'll show you. I meant it when I said I could drink you under the table. You coward. You're just running away. Then perhaps you should try and see if you can help Maria's case. I don't even know what's going on with the two of them. I'm staying out of it.
Maria? What are you hiding here for? You're trying to keep something from me, aren't you? Not that I don't already know what's going on? You know what it means to enter the major, right?
Oh, no wonder Sophia's furious.
Why didn't you come talk to me first? 'Cause I knew you'd be mad, Sophia. You bet I am! You don't even have the faintest idea what you're up against. I know a little about it. Through your sister, the Radiant Knight of Casimir's, one of the youngest miracles to grace the Major. Yes, of course you'd know a lot about that. But you aren't Margaret. Don't pinch my ear. But the family's in real hot water right now. I'm not kidding. I may not even have a bed to sleep in come next year. We'll be out of furniture to sell. The association doesn't recognize a noble family without a knight primus. I've lost track of how many times they've come to complain about that. I don't have any other choice. If it comes to that, you can come and live at my place. We've got a big bath and 2 gardens. In any case, you shouldn't have sign up for the major. That's way too rash of you. Even before my grandfather passed, my uncle never wanted anything to do with the association, let alone after. And it's been a while since my sister was kicked out of Casimir's. If I don't ever try to step up here... Even so, you should have at least talked to us. Don't just blindly chase whatever idea pops into your head. I'm really sorry, but I knew you'd stop me if I told you. Of course I would. What about now? The Radiant Knight appears once more. Will the debuting knight of the Nearl family restore honor to the nobles? The headline of today's sports page. Margaret's as popular as ever. This is no joke. The media may be hyping things up with their weird headlines and lies, but it's not too late to quit, I'm telling you. But if I don't do this, the Nearl family will go bankrupt and lose our status as nobles. I know what I'm doing, Sophia. I have to do this. Jeez. Marcin, you know what night sports are like. Help me out here.
Yeah, I say let her try.
What? Marcin, thanks. No. With the way she is, she wouldn't win in a fight against me, even if I tied one hand behind my back. Are you sure? What a mean thing to say.
No, you made it to the final 16 in the major. She'd be earning more than a passing grade to take you with just one hand. That's right. Me here wouldn't even stand a chance, even if you tied one hand behind your back. You wanna say that again? All of us regulars here may all be old, retired folks past our prime, but we still got an eye for people, and we know what potential looks like. Creepy old man that we are. She'll do fine. Creepy old man. That's no way to talk, that's not even a compliment. You know what I'm talking about, don't tell me you knights don't get sick of talking like a walking encyclopedia. V is right. I trust Maria's talent. Her arts and swordsmanship isn't bad at all. You of all people should know. You've been practicing with her since she was just a kid.
But she's been so into mechanical work these last few years. I thought she wanted to become a mechanic. That's just a hobby. I don't want to give it up, but you've got to do what you've got to do, right? No! I still haven't forgiven you for making that decision on your own. This really isn't a joke.
I agree with Sophia on that. I admire you doing everything you can for your family, and with a smile on your face, but night sports aren't all fun and games like they are for tourists and the crowd. In fact, you'll find there's nothing fun about it. Marcin lifts his hand up. Much of his arm has been replaced with robotic parts. The joint rattles metallically.
Oh.
This is what happens if you let your guard down. Yeah, I remember that. You were up against a Victorian with 2 blades. You still won in the end. Yes, but at what price? This is the kind of glory you get in the Major. Now even cleaning a wine glass is a chore. The Major. There's no mercy or respect in the arena. The only real thing is the blood that splatters on the ground. The audience cheers for the entertainment, and the sponsors treat you well because it fills their coffers. Think it through, look at all the difficulties you'll face, and only then should you press on. That's what makes a real knight.
I understand. Maria. Yeah, I'm serious. Uncle's always said that even if we're stripped of our nobility and the family crest falls, it won't be the end of our lineage. But I still want to protect everything that my sister and grandfather fought to defend. Margaret isn't here anymore, and as one of the youngest members of the Nearl family, I can't just stand by and watch my family fall from grace. If I do that, I'll end up hating myself to death.
Even when you know the path ahead will be ruthless and treacherous, you still embark on the journey. That's what it means to be a knight. You can do it. This one's for you. You're here. To Maria. Marcin just holds up his mug.
I was hoping you people would help me talk her out of it. Turns out you're all encouraging her. Oh, Sophia. Please, Auntie Sophia, please, I beg you. Stop it. Leave my age out of this. I'm only 5 years older than you. Well, I'm part of the Nearl family. I know how you feel, but I still think... I'll work on my swordsmanship skills. I'll be good. Please, you can trust me. Oh yeah, why don't you be my coach? Oh. Oh, whoops. Now that reminds me. When was the last time we trained together? Probably before Margaret left Casimir's. And what was the last technique I taught you? Where did it come from? How do you apply it in combat? I wonder. Yes, this is perfect. We'll meet at the training grounds in the garden tomorrow morning. You won't be late, will you? Lady Maria, the knightess. Yeah, I'll be there.
Anyway, we go straight into the after story.
My equipment's all good. My sword. It's the one Margaret used when she was training. It should still be usable, right? Okay, I'm all set. Time to go. Oh, Uncle Linner.
Let me guess. Off to blemish our family's reputation.
I'm not.
I've already heard about the Major from my colleagues. You don't deserve to stand in an arena for knights. What's more, the Major doesn't deserve the Nearls. Was it Sophia who gave you the idea?
No, I signed up myself.
I figured as much. She may just be a lady in waiting to our family, but she nonetheless made a name for herself in that capitalist charade. She is a knight for all that's worth. But what does that make you?
I just want to defend our...
Even if we're stripped of our nobility, our ideals remain unchanged. We have nothing to defend.
Even so...
Above all, there is nothing we need you to defend. Don't be like your sister. Just because she's still young and full of beans, she lost all self-control. Yes, Chief. Good evening. Yes, that's right. It's me. Worry not. If you have any questions about what we discussed in our last meeting, please do not hesitate. I beg your pardon? No, please reconsider. Yes. Linner glares at Maria and walks upstairs, indifferently. My apologies. I take full responsibility. I will have the correct documents sent to you right away. Tomorrow, yes, I will have it ready for you tomorrow. I'm very sorry. Please reconsider. Definitely. I won't ever make such a mistake again. Maria, I'll deal with you another time. I hope you'll know your place.
Uncle Linner, getting intimidated won't do me any good here. If I don't hurry, I'll be late for practice. Watch your footing, and keep your rhythm. It's been 10 minutes and you haven't returned my attacks once. You said you'd take me on with just one hand, but that's a one-handed sword. I wouldn't be using a one-handed if I really fought you.
Now that I think about this sentence, shouldn't that be... Hold on. Oops. You said you take me on with just one hand, but that's a one-handed sword. I wouldn't be using a one-handed if I really fought you. Something's off here. Anyway, pardon.
Or would you rather try a Lithanian style? I knew knights from other countries had different fighting styles, aren't you? Are you telling me you can fight like them too? You're actually picking on me, aren't you? Only a copycat. I lost that fight for a lack of preparation, you know? Auntie? Well, it's all in the past. It's not something I lose sleep over. I'm more worried about you. Look how unprepared you are. You're just sending yourself to a quick death, wanting to fight in the major. Alright, let's get back to it. Okay, but give me just another minute. My legs are still trembling. If you can't even handle this much, you'd better give up now. Okay, let's go.
The next day.
How's that? What do you mean, how's that? You're barely standing upright. Aside from sleeping and eating, we've basically been working out the whole time. Don't you get tired at all, Sophia? You know about the team melees. Those are the matches draw the crowd to the Casimir's Major. Each nightclub sends a single representative. Well, in your case, you're joining the fray as an individual. You have somewhere around a couple dozen people, all in a huge man-made arena. You rack up points by striking your opponent's armor, and those are added to your overall score. Of course, if you're defeated or incapacitated before the time limit, you're immediately eliminated, and your score 0 points. I knew at least that much. Uh-huh. Then tell me, do you know how long a single melee lasts? A few hours? The longest melee match ever lasted the entire day and well into the night, after the audience kept cheering and the corporations kept tacking on overtime. The knights in the match were like a bunch of gloompincers locked in a cage together. They had to rally themselves over and over to keep fighting each other. One by one, the contestants fell either from exhaustion or injury, and no one got anything to show for it. On the other hand, the three who lasted till the very end ranked in more than enough points to immediately advance to the main competitions. I see. So the matches lasted a whole day and only 3 made it through. Once we got the first division sponsor pushing that kind of request, the copycats started to show up left and right across all divisions like Originium slugs. It's certainly not a pretty sight, but what's worse is that the audience likes it, so nothing else matters. Which means you'll have to be ready to fight an entire day. An entire day?
Better get that stamina in order. A week later.
Let's call it here. You're getting better at this. Don't just lie down right after you've done working out. Get up and walk around a little. Maybe think about what to have for dinner tonight. Oh, okay. My legs are so sore. Well, of course, your pacing is terrible. We can probably forget about winning the sprint race. All the top nightclubs have members who specialize in that, and if they show up, we've got no hope here, there. That said, mobility is still very important in artificial terrain. Naturally, how well you do in the races has to do with how well equipped you are. We've got to work on your stamina, but the real bottleneck there is our budget. Are you even listening? I got it. I just remembered Marcin gave me 2 meal coupons for fixing the jukebox the other day. Why don't we have dinner there tonight? What should I ever do with you? Don't be mad, I just wanted to do something for you to show my gratitude. I'm not mad. So when are we leaving? We don't eat out together often. Is it okay if I take a shower and get a change of clothes first? Okay, but we'll get right back to the training after dinner. We don't have time for you to slack off. Yeah. Maria is clearly making progress, and here I thought she decided to do this on a whim. She's serious about this, and she's more serious than she looks. I was thinking she wouldn't be ready with so little training. I was even going to talk her out of it. She's working so hard to get there, but she's just as cheerful as always. I wonder who she learned that from. Is this her fighting spirit?
Zofia lifts her head up. In the distance, far away from the garden overgrown with weeds, the lights of the towering skyscrapers glitter brilliantly in the city's skyline. She quietly places her oft unused hand on her sword's hilt, like she's deceiving herself. Just as she expected, before she's even managed to unsheath her sword, she feels an intense muscle pain shoot up her arm from her waist. She quickly lets go before she loses consciousness. 3 weeks later. When was the last time those 2 brats showed their faces here? Could have paid the bar a visit on their time off. What are they being so shy for? Are kids finally coming around to the idea of shutting yourself inside and training all day? When did anyone ever do that? I did back when I was a kid. Knights train as they roam the world. Whoever heard of shutting yourself indoors just to train? Filthy rich knights wouldn't know how hard life is for us common folk, with all the catastrophe messengers money can buy and the means to travel anywhere. You can't imagine how much hard work went into that sword of yours. What are you mumbling on about now? If you're trying to pick a fight, then do it. I'm not afraid of you. You can't possibly think I'm talking about you. Quiet down. You hear that? They're working on their sword fighting. I'm not deaf. You're too bad. Yeah, not bad. You know those shoddy practice swords on the market? Those are way too light to do any actual training with. Those trash manufacturers are always cutting corners. Not these ones though. They even sound beautiful. You can tell they're very fine blades. But how come I think I've heard this sound before? Because you're old. Why do I even bother talking to you? Gotta move on. You aren't lost, are you? Got dementia or something? What's the hurry? Sophia's garden is huge. We should have asked the servant at the gate for a motorcycle. You aren't getting anywhere with a motorcycle here. There's more weeds than an overgrown forest. Hey, watch your step. Phew, almost fell. What's this? An engine cover? In a garden?
Watch your step. Control your breath. Yes, ma'am.
Still the basics. They've been training for a month, and they're still working on the basics. Looks like we're going to miss out on a lot of points. Maybe you're the one with dementia here, Cowell. You wanna say that again? Yes, they've been working on the basics for a month, but Maria's from the Nearl family. Do you think she didn't practice those basics back when all Pegasus and Margaret were around? Well, now that you mention it. Area of expertise? Understandings? Why does any of that matter? A real Casimir's knight should always be working on his technique.
Don't stop. Good momentum. Let's keep going. But I'm really... Right, I hear you. Let's make sure you stay in bed for the next 3 days then.
Ooh, that one thrust was something. It's a backhand thrust, it's fast, and above all, it hits where it matters, the vitals. So her training's paying off. How long have you been here? Just got here. Watching her reminds me of the good old times when Margaret was still around.
Did you just... Huh? Oh, I did that out of habit. Did I do something? Where's your sword? That hit just now, flung it away. Huh? Don't get cocky. I'm just upset you managed to strike my opening. Oh, so you do leave openings, Auntie Sophia. So? Fine, a promise is a promise. You can fight in the major. For real? But I'll be there coaching you the whole time. You know nothing about the basics of the competitions, and there's still lots for you to learn. The scheduling, the scoring, how to analyze all the intel. Don't lie down, get up. We still have lots of preparation to do. Come on, just let me take a short break. Don't fall asleep on me.
Let her sleep. Give her 10 minutes. Anyway, we obviously continue to a training stage, which introduces us to the mechanics of this side story, but we will only use obviously the title and what is written in the description of the stage as per usual. So, mock competition. A small lesson on the Knights competition. Please make good use of the competition rules. But yeah, we continue on to stage number 2, titled, boy oh boy, Roar Guards Corporate. Brand new model, Restless Head Mark III. Unlimited sale. Order now to receive a rebate with your sports securities. Roar Guard Corporate, even strong gales shall blow to you. Sure, blow? Bow, whatever. Corporate mumbo jumbo. We go into the story. Jesus. Fucking titles and shit is gonna drive me up a wall here. Well, look who do we have here? If it isn't the rising star of the Roar Guards, you made it here early. The audience still outside, and there's still 2 hours until the first event of the day. Getting yourself ready for the fight. It's been a long time since the last time I fought in this kind of arena. It brings back memories. Right, I'm curious. I mean, your title is plastic and it's one of your main selling points. But aren't you already at the top of your nightclub's rankings after last month's competitions? What do you need to push yourself so hard for? It's what my sponsor wants. Nothing I can do about it. I had to cancel my holiday for this. Oh, you're after that, aren't you? Did you have to ask? Oh, hit bullseye, huh? Guess we have something to look forward to today. Certainly, we have something to look forward to. However, before that, please allow me to have a chat with Mr. Plastic Shevchik, one-on-one. And you are? I work on the Major's preliminaries. Here is my business card, Mr. Shevchik. You work on them, huh? What do you want? I'm merely here to inform you of this. The Roar Guards Company has requested that you wear its latest Jack 2 model body armor in your one-on-one match, or duel as it is more commonly called, with Maria Neal, and to prolong the match for as long as possible. What? But the materials that went into the new armor isn't meant for competition use. No matter, the Nearl's comeback has entranced countless press to today's event. This is a perfect opportunity. They've already made a significant investment to secure that long-term trade agreement. They merely need a gamble of reasonable odds, a test, and also a publicity stunt. For your service, the Roar Guards publicity department has also promised quite a significant down payment, 3 times your post-tax total income last year. With just this one match, Mr. Shevchik, you'll be earning enough to buy out an entire village in your homeland. Do they really have to go that far? The exposure and publicity are just secondary objectives. They'll become the talk of the town. This, along with the profits the Major will bring in, will give the Roar Guards more of a say at the General Chamber of Commerce. After all, having a voice at such a venue is very important. Wouldn't you agree? If it's what my sponsor wants, and there's money in it, who am I to complain? Your assistance is much appreciated. We know very well that you two have some special needs. Oh, yes. Have you met the Nearl family's youngest daughter yet? I've seen her debut match. She's not bad, but still a disappointment compared to the Radiant Knight. Are you worried that I'll lose? No. The thought never crossed my mind. Pardon me. We've already sent a brand new set of equipment along with a list of all the necessary precautions for the new armor to your residence. Please. Did you all have to start hanging out here this early? What? There's just an hour and a half left until Maria's match. It's her first bout since her intensive training. There's no way I'd miss it. Well said. Everything is on the house today. What a ruffian. Here, your thorn deer. It's not often you order something this strong. Are you worried about her? If I count from the days Sophia had me train her in swordsmanship, it took her 4 whole years to get to the preliminaries, but Maria only had 4 weeks. We should keep an eye on them. When it's time to call it quits, that's when they need to stop. We mustn't let them go overboard. They're just a bunch of young, passionate knights. It brings me back to the time when Margaret decided to throw her name in the hat. But they are nothing like her. Now trust in her a little. As long as she's creative with how she accumulates her points, getting qualified for the major isn't really anything so difficult. That might work for your everyday contestant, but I'm not sure if that'll work for Maria. I have a feeling there's going to be trouble. What's the matter now, B? Are you always pouring cold water on everything? What are you jealous? Have you no shame? You want to say that again? Oh boy, here we go again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Roar Arena. You're in for a treat today at this arena fully sponsored by the Roar Guards company. Roar Guards, even the winds will bow to you. If you don't have an independent knight to put your money on yet, then let me introduce to you once again. It's been a long month since she became the talk of the town with her debut match, and who knows what kind of training she's gone through in preparation for this day. Please join me and welcome the cutest contestant to ever grace the Roar Arena, sister to the legend, the Nearl family's youngest ever competition knight, Maria Neal. This is gonna kill me. I bet my entire fortune on you, Nearl. Radiant Knight! Little Radiant Knight!
This atmosphere is really over the top. Hey you! You're blocking my view. Sit down. I wonder how long it's been since the last time I was in the audience. Okay, Maria, don't get nervous. Take a deep breath. Deep breath. There's so many people looking at me. No, I shouldn't worry about my surroundings so much. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Everyone, please calm down. I know how excited you all are right now, but please try to calm down a little. Try to give the young lady a little space. If she gets stage fright and calls it quits, the Roar Guards won't be using any refunds. That's right, support her with the cash in your wallets, not your voices. There's nothing more exciting than seeing your favorite knightless reign victorious thanks to your support, especially the monetary kind. Looks like Greatmouth Mob got paid off by the Roar Guards. What a lowlife. Look at the Roar Guards trying to take on Raytheon at their own game. They don't know their place, do they? Even they put up, even the putty I played with back when I was a kid lasts longer than the armor they churn out. Why don't I see you working out at some big name company then? Over my dead body. I've sworn off building equipment for knights. That's why you still haven't paid off your tab for a whole years already. Because you don't take work that pays. I haven't picked up my tab because I've got bills to pay. Why else would I be fixing pipes? I'm leaving a plumber. Speaking of which, old lady Layla left you a message. She wants you to fix some lights for her son. Well, are you going? Who's Maria up against? Alright, the crowd is enthusiastic. How could the Roar Arena and its sponsor, the Roar Guards, let anyone down? The one who will go face to face with the Radiant Knight's sister is none other than the Vanguard who led Roar KC, the nightclub proudly sponsored by the Roar Guards, to the top 100 in the last major. Yes, I can hear her complaining. I've got to get the word in for our sponsors. That's no less important than the events themselves. And so, now hold your horses. We're getting there. Our heroine will soon be facing the judgment of the fiercest storm of her life. His might and economical title are unmatched on today's roster. Please join me and welcome the Plastic Chefchik. Chefchik! Chefchik! Take her down, Chefchik. All my money's on the line there. Don't disappoint us. The Plastic Chefchik, everyone, and check out his armor from the Roar Guards company made with the newest materials. Will the latest in Colombian armor technology prove to be the decisive element in this match? That's right, the Roar Guards provide all enterprising knights with the most bespoke personalized equipment services. Maintenance, upgrades, retrofits, you name it. We'll craft up a storm in our workshops. Don't forget, Roar Guards, even the winds will bow to you. Well, I didn't expect to see you here, and I definitely didn't expect to find you in the audience while I'm in the ring.
Chefchik.
Vislash Sophia, I thought you'd never set foot in this place again after your injury, lest you humiliate yourself.
Ha! You only know how to kick a lady when she's down. You're still all talk and no show. Remember how many points I snatched from you when we faced each other in the prelims plastic toy?
If you were just a bit smarter... Whatever, why am I even talking to you about this? Was it you who trained that kid in just 1 month?
Well, you better stop talking to me and keep your eye on the arena if you don't want her to break you like a toy.
I see. Well, looks like I can look forward to a decent fight.
You'd better watch out, plastic toy.
We'll see how that turns out.
Oh? Oh! It looked like Shevchik talked to someone in the audience briefly before he stepped into the ring. And who would have thought? It's Vis/Sophia! What a surprise we have in our audience today. Now the two knights have entered the arena. Keep your eyes on them. You don't want to miss any action. Everyone, do you see Shevchik's armor shining under the lights? Do you see Maria's beautiful blonde hair fluttering in the wind? Anything you see will soon be consumed by the most intense bloodbath of the day. They'll be going all out to bring each other down. Rules? Who cares? This is the Casimir's Major. Before our limited judges make their decisions, you can and should support your favorite, of course. Your support will directly influence the outcome. If your pursuers is feeling a little light, you can scream all you want. Not that it'll do anything but give yourself some unearned pride and the rest of us an earache. If you dig deep, you can buy some chips to support your contestant. Okay, here comes the booing again, but guess what? To celebrate the major reaching its highest number of contestants ever, the Roar Arena's cuts been lowered to an unheard of 50%. For every 10 gold coins you spend, 5 of them will help your favorite contestant. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Of course, the Roar Arena isn't just raking in all those commissions for nothing. If you've got your money on one of the contestants, as long as they win in some way, you'll have the chance to make some big bucks. The odds? Forget it! The odds are in your own hands. The bankroll? It's what you're throwing down for your knights. Don't hesitate. It's time to fork out anything you've got for your warriors. And now, without further ado, may our contestants please step forward. On your marks. Grandpa, Margaret, here I go. My name is Maria Neal. My family motto is fear neither hardship nor darkness.
Alright then, and we continue into the after part. Everybody, would you look at that? Before this match began, who could have known that this standoff between the renowned Nearl family and the Plastic Knight would have turned out like this? Maria Neal, the girl who inherited the Nearl name, who could have seen this coming? She's completely cornered by Shevchik, and she's got no way to turn the tables. That won't do. Nearl, do you know how much money our audience has bet on you just because of your name? Say that again? Oh, it's not that much? Going by where the odds stand? Hey now, you should have it. You should all have a little more faith in the girl. Isn't her face worth something to you? I was expecting something of Sophia or the Radiant Knight's level, but is this all you've got? What a letdown. That's the Roar Guard's old warhorse. He's using an artificial environment and his speed to his advantage. The poor girl's got nowhere to run. He stops, he shoots, and then he's on the move again. This is his plastic rhythm. Plastic rhythm?
I can't see his movements. Why? He's not even as fast as Sophia. He stopped. I've got a block.
Too slow.
Maria, to your left. What? Shevchik just hopped onto the wall there and made a beautiful burst of shots. My god, if you landed those shots where he... my god, if you landed those shots where he really wanted them, we'd have to cut the broadcast short. That was close. Even though he's been hit a few times already, his armor is so tough.
There's absolutely no sign of damage at all. Yet he's able to move around in it so quickly. Astounding! You see that, everyone? That's the latest product from the Roar Guards, the Jack 2 Special High Performance Rubber Paste. This fantastic product can be yours today, but wait! We're even handing out 5% off. We're handing out 5% off coupons at the front of the arena right now. Be sure not to miss this opportunity. Jesus Christ.
So, that's Nearl. Hold on. Is she really the Radiant Knight's sister? What? Are you disappointed? Of course not. Why would I be disappointed by something like this? What about you? Me? Well, let's keep watching a little longer. We paid good money for our tickets after all. I hate the atmosphere here, and Mob never fails to get on my nerves.
Me too.
I don't understand how he manages to stir up the crowd when he commentates like that, and those advertisements. Is anyone actually running out to buy anything he's advertising? There's probably a few. After all, letting viewers put everything on off their minds and go with the crowd is what these Knights competitions do best. Wouldn't you agree? Hey, take a look over there, in the front row. Sophia. Not just her. There's more over there. Some lesser-known knights.
You have about 10 minutes left. Looks like your luck hasn't run out yet. If I didn't have to drag this out, you would have begged me to spare your life long ago. Just surrender, kid. You don't know the rules here. The judges aren't going to stop us until I have arrows sticking through all your arms and legs. You don't need to do this. Throw in the towel.
I can't give up.
Well, if you already dug your heels in, you have her eyes, but other than that, you're nothing. Very well. Let's see how long you can keep this up.
Training is nothing like real combat. No one's going to try to be polite and take you head on. Besides, each contestant has their own equipment, weapon, and fighting style. On top of that, each battle takes place on different terrain. There are different traps and support equipment, and one of which could influence the outcome. Gathering intel sounds really important. That's right, and that's where the problem is. There is no way you can remember the weaknesses of each and every one of the knights in the Casimir's Major, but most, if not all, of them have their eyes on you. Oh. There isn't a one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to winning the competitions, but if we have to come up with something, bring out the best in yourself. In other words, give it your all. So you mean you've got nothing? Ow! Observe and think. You don't come up with solutions before you actually face the challenges. You need to analyze the situation within an extremely short amount of time and come up with the appropriate response. That's not an easy thing to do. To the left.
You've got lucky there. Oh, this is the first time Nearl has countered his attack. Nope, all she did was block his feint. The vote count hasn't changed. Shevchik still has the advantage, and an overwhelming one at that.
Observe. Think. Maria. You are gifted with a pair of Pegasian eyes. His knight armor. Check 2. The Roar Guards have 13 different products, and none are called that.
Waiting for me to strike? Fool! Several arrows buzz past Maria, sending strands of her hair fluttering in the air and leaving behind a trail of smoke and dust in the air.
It enhances his mobility. No, there's more to it than that. But this model... Let's give it a try.
She's charging! Plastic Shevchik has been toying with Nearl so far this entire match. But she's finally charging him for the first time. She dodged the flames burning through the crevices and the artificial frost. She's fast! Very fast, but Shevchik is still not moving away. Is he going to fight her head on? It's suicide for an archer to fight a swordsman head-on.
You won't get away.
I'm not going anywhere. The two contestants clash. Arrows whiz past Maria as she endures the intense pain on her face, yet she does not attack. She steps atop the opponent's armor and flips into the air. Naturally, Shevchik did not expect the confrontation to be this friendly. The coldness he feels in his hand, the low roar, and the unnatural smoke wafting in the air.
What's this? Would you believe it? We aren't just getting the night match for our money today. We've got the circus show going on here. Maria has finally closed in on Shevchik, but she hasn't attacked even once. Is this her idea of a taunt? It's not that she's not attacking. She can't attack. If she didn't dodge that, her left arm would have been crippled by now. Plastic's trying to drag the fight on. He's trying to get sponsorships by putting on a show. Maria.
What did you just do?
It's getting a little hot in here, isn't it, Mr. Shevchik? Haven't the roar guards thought out the ventilation issue in that new armor you're wearing?
It's something for the craftsmen to worry about, not for two dueling knights to have a discussion over.
High performance, lightweight. It's obviously trying to replicate that high-end Victorian workmanship and the originium skeletal reinforcement lining technology from Colombia. They probably left out air vents of some tech. They probably left out air vents because of some technical issue. No, maybe just aesthetics. In that case, how much longer till it reaches its limits? He moves and shoots, then repeats. I know his pattern, but I can't match his speed. Wait, no, he moves, then stops, and then he shoots. Hold on. We had a little interlude just now, but both sides have regained their composure. They pulled away from each other, and we're back on track. Hang on. Maria's not hesitating at all. She took off right away, and she's trying to match Shevchik's speed, but there's still some difference between them.
You don't know when to give up, do you? Hasn't Whiplash taught you not to make chase when you have the lower-handed speed? Shevchik briskly stops and turns. In no time, he has already replaced his bowstring.
Now.
A flash! The stadium is suddenly filled with a blinding light. Let's take this opportunity to look at all the advantages of Raytheon's latest sunglasses. Part of its pioneer line of apparel. What? Advertisements? Who gives a crap when they've already thrown all that money on this? She's not attacking? What?
He's not attacking or moving. Again. Yeah.
He blocked it! Shevchik, a crossbowman, managed to block Maria's attack without even breaking a sweat! Our nascent Nearl Maria is running out of ideas!
I knew it.
So the arts were all just a fluke. Was there even a point to that? It was just your last chance.
Mr. Shevchik, how's the automatic cooling system doing for you during combat?
Well, color me surprised. If you figured that out so quickly, maybe you should have been a mechanic, not a knight.
Mr. Shevchik, you're a really strong knight. Your speed and technique are impeccable. Sadly, it looks like you choose to be a corporate product tester instead.
None of your business, and I suggest you stop underestimating the Roar Guard's technological prowess.
Is that so? Oh, Maria's willingly pulled herself back. What's the meaning of this? What are the two of them talking about? I'm sure our audience is curious about that too. I've always been an advocate for giving the knights mics. Who doesn't want to listen in on our contestants trash-talking each other? Well, the crowd's getting all fired up again. It seems like Maria Neal figured something out. Yeah, it looks like it. Well, no matter. Knights should spend more time thinking instead of always trying to brute force a win.
Cheap tricks. He stops! He shoots! Shevchik starts his hunt again. Wait! Maria sidestepped the obstacle on the ground and she's dashing straight towards Shevchik. Hmm? Shevchik's not moving an inch. Is he going to take that hit straight on like last time? Warning sounds? The stupid cooling system.
Sorry about this.
Don't get cocky.
It's suicide for an archer to fight a swordsman head-on. I couldn't have said it better myself.
It hasn't cooled down yet. I need to keep my distance. Out of the way. Shevchik! Unbelievable! With just his crossbow and his bayonet, he blocked her flawlessly. Maria closes her eyes. She has seen this technique countless times, and she has tried to imitate it just as many. A move she has copied over and over and over.
Yeah, now I remember. That backhand thrust. It's the same one that took Margaret to victory.
You... This is impossible.
That hurts.
Who could have seen this coming? Also, if you never heard this, I mean, you've heard this multiple times, but if you've never heard it in a story, I love that they're using the victory music. Right now, it's alright, it's something, I guess. Shevchik still had the advantage just a second ago, but she knocked him cold in just one blow. There is no question the winner is Maria. But how did she do that? Did we just witness a repeat of that miraculous final match? Maria Neal, has she been hiding her true strength this whole time?
Well, she did it. Let's go. I'm gonna keep watching. What's there to watch? Better go home and fix up your weapon. Don't leave any weaknesses for your opponents to capitalize on. You're right about that. Hey, wait up! Maria, you really did it. Is this really a good thing?
Mr. Mob. Hey, this is stage for commentators. Get off. Shh, quiet. Do not let the audience hear you. They cannot see me where I'm standing, so relax. I am just here to relay Mr. Pavel's thoughts on the matter. Pavel, you dare call him by name? What do you want? It appears Shevchik lost this match out of ineptitude. This has been a huge disappointment to the Roar Guard Company. You mean... Quiet now, there are some things that are best kept unsaid. I am sure you are aware what that means. Now go, the audience is waiting. Everyone! Going by the odds and votes, this has undoubtedly been a huge upset. This match is sure to be the talk of the town for days to come. An independent Untitled Knight managed to defeat the Roar KC's Vanguard. It looks like Maria Neal's Originimarts are a force to be reckoned with. She defeated the plastic Shevchik through pure skill. Was it because Shevchik underestimated her opponent, a newbie? Was it their conversation that determined the victory? This is why I said the knights should get mics. In any case, whatever excuses you've got, it's all too late now. I'm honored to announce the results of the first match of the day. The winner, Maria Neal! Oh boy, voicing him is killing me. Hold on. T. Anyway, let us continue on to stage 3 and our final stage for today. Titled, once again, Rose Paper Union. Rose Paper Union, with 172 professional media outlets and a brand new intercity web portal service, shall open the window, allowing you to experience all of Terra. So, let us begin. Everyone, cheers. Even though it's the audience, it should be the guys here in the bar, but sure, let's have a cheerful audience. Congrats, kid. That was a beautiful match. You're much stronger than V now. Yeah, she is, but who made you the judge?
Why are you two fighting again? Hey, now, stop it. You're disturbing the other customers. They're arm wrestling already.
That was a good one indeed, kid. This one is for you.
Thank you.
Not only did you manage to find Shevchik's weakness, you even finished him in one blow. You did really well. The fight lasted for almost 20 minutes. Maria had been at a disadvantage during most of the fight. But she turned the tables. On him with just one crucial strike. Very well done.
It wasn't anything special. I wouldn't have been able to do it if he wasn't wearing a flawed set of armor. I'd never heard of the Model Jack 2 before. If the cooling system could paralyze the armor even before a short time, then it's definitely still a prototype.
That said, Shevchik's an experienced competition knight, and endorsing untested products actually isn't that uncommon at all. He also managed to hide the armor's weakness well. Don't be so humble. It's barbaric, but the Major has always been about results more, and results only.
Oh, okay. Maria? Yes, ma'am? Don't get too ahead of yourself. Right. You need to know how to control your emotions. Don't just act normal, you need to proactively reflect on yourself and normalize your emotions. The less you think complacency is an issue, the more dangerous it is. It's very difficult to realize yourself just what victory does to your emotions. And that carelessness will be the end of you. Got it. Auntie? Are you drunk? No, and don't call me Auntie.
I won! Sounded Cole. How did you get this buff in just half a year? I've been fixing pipes. I've got a problem with that.
Cole, Vogelweide, is Sophia. Maria, call me Auntie one more time, I'll mess you up.
Yeah, looks like she's really drunk. Don't see that often.
I'm not drunk.
Fine, whatever you say. Maria, take your aunt to the couch in the back. Let her sleep it off there.
Okay, Auntie, lift your leg up. Who's your auntie?
Apparently you are. Sophia can usually hold her liquor. Well, not that she can drink as much as me. Yeah, just because you had drinks with a few folks from Yan once. You're all full of yourself. Have you no shame trying to be the young lady at downing booze? She's under a lot of pressure. It's her first time watching a match as a coach. And she had to listen to Great Mouth Mob jabber on and on. That brings back memories. I've been like this ever since Maria won. I guess I'm old now. What are you talking about? We're all about the same age. I guess that means I'm actually old then. Hey! Yeah, how long ago was it when Sophia first stepped into the arena? 12 years ago? 15? How old are... Oh, old you are is none of my business, and I don't remember exactly when, but Sophia is not that old. It was 9 years ago, wasn't it? The Blood Knight, the Radiant Knight, the Black Knight. It was 3 seasons ago. The Black Knight, the Caprine, huh? Feels like a lifetime ago. Well, she won the 3 majors before that too. The media likes to treat her like some sort of emblem of that generation or something.
Oh, the 3-time consecutive winner?
Yeah, normally they don't pick words that common when they come up with titles. Least they get repeated and complicate things. But that Lithanian lass, she actually deserved the title Black. She's a monster, no mistake. I heard she's working for some large company outside the country. More on that in the Break the Ice side story. Someone like her is no knight, not in my book.
I see.
Maria, has Sophia ever told you anything about her career in the Major?
No, there are some videos and stats from each season, but she hasn't told me anything herself. I think Auntie Sophia made it to the top 16 that year, and during the round of 16...
That's right, she was heavily wounded. Her opponent was the Fisher. That reminds me, did he enter the Major this year? Why are we talking about the past? We're here to celebrate Maria's win. That wasn't a very fun history anyway. Let's move on to something else.
Actually, I'm kinda curious about that. I managed to win, but it doesn't seem like Sophia's very happy about it. She didn't even say anything and went straight to drinking. I'm sure she thought really hard about all this for me. I don't want to let her down, so I want to know more about her past and how she feels about everything.
Well, you're just like your sister when it comes to that.
Me?
That's right. You're always quick to notice if something's amiss, and you always try to do something about it. That last attack of the match, did Sophia teach you that?
No, actually...
You copied Margaret's move?
Yeah, was it obvious?
Of course. You two are so alike, and I'll never forget that day. The miracle of the Radiant Knight, the youngest ever champion. She accomplished all that without help from anyone else. And she doesn't show it, but Sophia actually really looks up to Margaret. She was just a lady in waiting to your family, but she really tried her hardest. She even had us old farts help her train. She entered the preliminaries, won, and made it into the Major. From the beginning all the way to the end, she didn't accept any sponsorship offers, nor did she ever ask anyone for help. I even introduced her to a few small businesses I knew back in the day, but she turned down every one of them. Those companies are all trash. She made the right call to turn them down. Shut up. That is exactly why Fisher defeated Sophia.
What happened?
Maria, a competition knight needs a lot of resources. That's something you'll come to know. The weapons and equipment you bring to battle could be the difference between life and death. Shevchik probably only lost to you because the armor they made him wear had a design flaw. Suppose he wore a set of armor that had no flaws at all, maybe even with far superior capabilities. What happens then? Do you think you could have won?
Probably not.
That's the kind of opponent Sophia faced. Flawless armor, weapons and support. The difference between them was immense. Sophia paid for her own equipment. She perfected her technique all alone, and she made all the connections herself. It was just her, and she fought so hard. We never did anything for her except watch her get hurt and throw in the towel. Was there anything we could have done?
Marcin.
At the very least, you could help Sophia train the kid. I doubt Maria would want to be coached by old one-armed Marcin, the same man who had a hand in Sophia's injury, indirectly.
No, I would love to. I've always admired all of you. I mean it.
It's not often we get other customers. How unusual. You will probably get out of business at this rate. Excuse me, are you Maria Neal, the knightess?
That's right.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Maria. Do you have time to talk right now?
Sure, is there something I can do for you?
I'm here to represent the Sloma Corporation. Here is my business card. Please accept my apologies. My company's representative has sent several invitations to your residence, but we have yet to receive a reply. I'm sorry for visiting you here uninvited.
Oh, I think there's a bit of a problem with our mailbox. So, did you need something from me?
You see, my company is one of the sponsors of the Esteveria nightclub. Its leader was very impressed by your performance against Mr. Shevchik. As soon as he found out you are not currently affiliated, he wanted to know if you would be interested in a contract with the nightclub, and contacted our business department to facilitate discussions.
They want to sign me?
Yes, and actually, our CEO is very interested in having you on board. Cole, isn't Sloma the food company that has straws in their logo? You moron. Why don't you take a look at the logo they stamped on those saltines you're eating? Esteveria is one of the top 100 nightclubs, though they're a bunch of business people more interested in making money from sponsorships and ads than entering competitions. Not only that, but Marv Casimir's PR department has also pledged to co-sponsor all of the nightclubs for future developments with Sloma, should you agree to sign with the club.
Marv? You mean that Marv?
Yeah, that's correct. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach.
How long have I been out? Oh, Zofia, you're up. Not that long. You've slept for about 10 minutes only. I can't be napping. We still have to plan out where we're getting the rest of our points this month.
Zofia? Is that you?
Oh, yeah, I remember you. You're that young manager at...
No, not anymore. Now I'm just a nobody running errands for Sloma. I see, so Vislash is Mr. Maria's coach. All the better. There are many young and enterprising knights like you two on the Esteveria nightclub's roster. The business department has many ways to further your reputation and worth without merely resorting to tournament matches.
But it sounds like you'll be something like a star or an idol. Your face will be all over the intercity net, and no one will care about your scores in the competitions anymore. They'll just be throwing money at whatever they see your face on. That's kinda hard to believe. That's how the industry works. They spend nearly all their budget on finding spokesmen. Then they film some phony ads to try to make a buck from the ordinary folks. It's simple, and it's a lot more effective than you think. Makes you wonder where the problem actually lies.
That is more or less the case, if put in less flattering terms. However, on behalf of the General Chamber of Commerce, the Sloma Company can promise that you will still be confirmed both the knighthood and a title.
What do you want to do? This is way too sudden. Honestly, I think it's okay to accept their offer. You won't need to put yourself in harm's way, and the family will keep its nobility. It's a good deal. You might even have a bigger garden than me come this time next year. But yours is full of nothing but weeds. I'm not sure what I'd do with a garden even bigger than that. Never mind.
If you agree right now, we have an agreement here ready to go. Rest assured, you will find the terms very favorable.
I'm sorry, but I don't want my family crest to become some commercial trinket. At the very least, I don't want to have to rely on anyone.
I beg your pardon?
Maria? Yeah, I know, Zofia. I don't like how Uncle Miller does things, but I don't want to bring shame to Margaret and Grandpa's struggle. So, I'm sorry, but I don't think this is the right path for me to take.
Well, your response is certainly unexpected. However, the General Chamber of Commerce has prepared for you an assortment of proposals. Please have a look.
The Chamber? Isn't this usually under the association's purview?
I'm sure you understand. This is why our CEO insists you join us.
Yeah, thanks, but I'm sorry. I have to refuse.
Yes, I understand. Right, you refuse. Well, Miss Zofia, Miss Maria, this isn't part of the business proposal, but please at least hear me out.
Are your teeth chattering? Are you crying? All I did was decline your offer. It's not a big deal.
No, I'm simply hoping that in the event that anyone else comes to you, Miss Maria in particular, with any business propositions, please seriously consider accepting. I'm begging you. This is very important to us. Now, please excuse me before I embarrass myself anymore. Helping other companies out? That's a new one. Yeah, that's really strange.
Maria, when is your next match? In 3 days. Who are you up against? Did the association contact you? I guess not. Let's go home, Maria. Judging from your performance this time, you still have lots of room for improvement.
No, we haven't even started celebrating. Go, let them go. Zofia, be careful. Keep an eye ahead. Keep an eye peeled.
Yeah, I got it. Let's go, Maria. Okay, wait up.
Ingra. Brass Rust Ingra. The National Council let him go again? Well, what did you expect? That huge megacorporation has his back. The Victorians he crippled must be peeved. But well, this is perfect. Oh boy, here we go again. Ladies and gentlemen, no promises, no rules, and no limits. Here we have 2 knights, their armor, a battlefield, and nothing else. Rules, conditions, arrangements, protective measures, nothing. At the most important preliminary event of the Casimir's Major, these tryouts have been going on for 3 months already, and there are still contestants throwing their hats in the ring. Even so, I dare say, what we're about to witness today is unlike anything we've seen before. The contestants standing before us now both come from long lines of knights. Yes, I can hear your hiss. Worry not, this will be among the most entertaining matches you've seen, and I put my career and reputation on the line to say that. You are about to start cheering the moment you hear their names. You have my word. First, on this side, we have the youngest son of the Ingra family, Olmer Ingra. That's right, he's the one who been taken to court countless times for crippling anyone who dares cross him. And thanks to the coffers of his countless sponsors, has been ruled innocent over and over by the National Council. Brass Rust Ingra. The butcher on of the field from the blood-boiled nightclub. The ruthless knight who has never allowed even a single opponent to step out of the ring in one piece. He will beat his armor, his rage, and his mercilessness into the heart of each and every one of his opponents, and most likely their skulls too. And on the other side, oh, one of the oldest knight families, Nearl. Let us say their name out loud. Nearl! The hero of Casimir's who outsmarted the Lathanians all by himself. The Tenebro knight who assassinated the king's traitorous retinue, and last but not least, the Radiant Knight, the embodiment of shame who was exiled for getting infected. All of them came from this family. What's that? Not up for history lessons. Fine. Well then, who managed to defeat the Roar Casey's Vanguard Chefchick before she even got her own title? Who's the Roar Arena most popular Knight of the Month? Will this change because of this one match? Will Brassfrost bash in this pretty little face of hers? Let us welcome Maria Neal! What will be the outcome of this battle? Who will reign victorious? Pick up the terminals next to your seats and start voting! You know the rules! Your monetary support won't influence the match's outcome, but it will directly influence whether your wallet's empty or bring in with cash.
Maria! Huh? Let's forfeit this match, okay? Just listen to me this once. Just this match. Auntie? I've already entered the battlefield. As a knight, I mustn't back down. You're right. Go get him, Maria. Show everyone here what you're made of.
Alright, and we will go into the after story immediately.
Maria. Maria, you are gifted with a pair of Pegasian eyes. Maria, stand. Come forth.
Huh? You dodged it. Very well, I'll let you keep your right hand just for a little longer. Just a little longer.
These aren't tears, it's sticky. Is it blood? So much blood. My heart's beating way too fast.
Pathetic. The way you swing your weapon is no better than those clowns knocking at the knightly order's doors. It's laughable. Aside from your looks, you are nothing like the Radiant Knight.
I'm not going to lose.
Good. Now I want to tear your face off even more, you naive noble prick. Ingra! He's chasing her like a storm. This is the most destructive match the Roar Arena has seen this event. The butcher of the field, Brassfrost Ingra. Just last month, as the season's first ever poor Foan got absolutely decimated when the Brassfrost kept pummeling him until all of his limbs were crushed. You heard it right, he pummeled him with his bare hands. That's definitely not the kind of thing you'd expect a knight carrying a giant axe to do. All eyes are on Maria Neal here at the Roar Arena today, but is this also where we see her meet a bloody fate? Let us know what you are. Let us know what you in the audience think. Just like that, Brassfrost Ingra, smear the battlefield with your opponent's blood.
Everything feels so heavy. Maria, just forfeit. It's one match. There are other chances to score the points you need. Maria. Auntie Sophia? What are you talking about? I can't hear you. I feel dizzy. My shield feels heavy. What am I doing? The night competition. In the arena. I need to open my eyes.
Not a bad counter. It really gives me all the more reason to tear you apart. But it'll be no fun if we end this so quickly. I'll smear your blood all over the irritating face. The Radiant Knight's face.
We both know. You're at your limit too.
Little blood's not going to stop me.
Maria! Well, I didn't expect Ingra to join the fray so soon. The National Council let him go early. It's like the whole trial was just a sham. Looks like the corporation called up quite a bit of money for him. Uh-huh. The Rose Paper Union's full of money anyway. It really pisses me off. They're raking in money, manipulating public opinion, and other unscrupulous means. The commentator even dared to talk about it openly in public, in a public event. That just says That just says they aren't afraid. Yeah, I mean, what do they have to be afraid of? Well, they have us to be afraid of. Ingra's a bad loser, and I'll absolutely destroy him. Come on, didn't we agree to let me fight him? Before that, if the young Nearl doesn't come up with an idea soon, she won't make it out of this in one piece.
Her blood is still in her body. Maria Neal is much more stubborn than any of us could have thought. What are you waiting for? Doesn't a knight like her just tear at your heartstrings? Don't forget, thanks to the generosity of the good-hearted souls of the Roar Guards Company, this season's commission's fee is just half the normal rate. Hold on, something's happening here. The two of them are at a standoff, but Maria's laid down her shield. What is happening here? Is she hoping to take on Ingra's giant axe with her fragile sword of hers? There's an enormous difference in both size and power. I can't emphasize this enough. Commission's half off. Isn't this an act of courage worth a few dozen gold coins? Not bad, kid. A faint light envelops your blade. Is this your last gasp? Excellent. I'll rip your arms out and gag you with your own flesh.
I must win. I must. What am I doing? Are you meant to kill your opponent in the night sports? I don't need my shield. I can block his axe. He's hurt too, but he doesn't care. He's like a monster, and he enjoys killing. How should I face an enemy like him? An enemy? Isn't he a knight? A knight? To be a knight is to be the noble light that illuminates the land. Ow, 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 ow. Came around finally. Auntie? What happened? Oh. Do you remember now? Did I lose? Yep. But Ingra passed out too. Neither of your scores changed at all. I see. Phew, that's good. It's not good. You're hurt. You should have forfeited the match. Going up against an opponent like that, it's just a single match. There are so many ways for us to get those points back. If you just wanted to get a title and keep your family's nobility, there's no reason to go that far. I never thought about forfeiting. Not even once. Maria, do you have any idea how lucky you are to get out of that fight against Ingra in one piece? If you get hurt again, what good does getting into the major do to you? He's really strong, but he's not like the other knights. He comes from an insanely valor family, and he's only in the competition to hurt people. He lives for it. That's the kind of man Olmer Ingra is. Maria, if you get hurt like this again, I won't let you fight anymore. Listen to me. Fine. Don't move so much. Get some rest. That match ended in a draw, but you'll have more and more companies trying to woo you. Marcin and I will turn them down for you. Try to rest up and get better. Yeah. Oh, what's that sword? That's the sword I used to carry. I dug it out while you were training the other day. But why are you carrying that sword specifically? Even though Sophia's already... No reason at all. But if something bad happens to you because of him, I'll kill him personally, even if it means I'll have to face the National Council. You're way overthinking it. Can I see it? It kinda looks like it hasn't been used in a while. No, get some rest. I might start to rust if I lie in bed all day. No dice. Please, Sophia, Auntie, I won't ask for anything else. I'll be good and rest up. You're becoming more and more like your sister. Take it. Don't do anything weird with it. I'm quite fond of it. This is pretty dusty. That's the proof that I treasure it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Where are you two going, carrying all that stuff with you? We're going to pay Maria a visit. I will never forgive Ingra for doing that to our girl. Spare her the noise and give her some peace and quiet. Sophia will take care of Maria. Well, I can't just sit around and do nothing. Did you see that last swing Ingra took at her? What happens if that comes back to haunt her? We've got an old knight and an old craftsman here. There's bound to be something we can do to help. What if you run to Mliner instead? Do you think he won't throw you two out the door? That prick wouldn't dare to do that to us when his old man was still around, and I know when to run, if it comes to it. The moment the two of them left, I got a new customer. They just might be the albatross around my neck. Welcome. It's been a while since we've had such a beauty in here. What can I get you?
This one has a pretty name. Let's go with this one. The Thorn Tier.
Alright then, and that will be our finale for today when it comes to the story. But before we do that, we will introduce a couple of characters that we have gone over through the story so far that are introduced to us right here in the roster. Not on this one, pardon, this one. Plastic Shevchik. Says here, the first member of the Roar nightclub's major team, now representative of Roar Arena. Though armor, defensive counterattack, 100,000 fans worth $1 million. Don't forget, Roar guards. Even the winds will bow to you. Yep, that is in here as well. And then we have our other big boy, Brass Rust Olmer Ingra. The great knight known as the Butcher of the Field, convicted several times for acts of brutality. Avoided trial several times thanks to corporative contributions. Youngest son of the Ingra family, an ancient knightly lineage. A ruthless fighter who gets stronger with each battle. And I'm not doing that shout. But yeah, this will be part 1. In part 2, we'll be going over the story for the stages 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then in the final part, we will obviously finish it off with the rest. But yeah, this will be it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this part. Let's see what comes out on Monday's news. I am personally hoping it's gonna be our dear little Mliner next. So we'll see about that. And in other news, if you liked this video, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. It will help out the channel massively. And in other places, I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.